Good morning! The church got bombed out during the war, and so here it is. Yay!
No, and people go in there and get drunk and swing off the rafters.
Oh, there are no rafters though.
Well,
alright. We're at the mall! Let's go to the mall!
Come on, everybody! Come on, Jessica! Come on, Tori! Let's go to the mall, you won't be sorry.
Because we're Canadian. Look! Sorry, I'm interrupting, but we're at the mall.
Interrupting Cal.
What?
Moo.
Moo. There it is. It's Molly. We went into this store called Next and they were handing out Mother's Day stuff. We're like, well,
oh,
they were,
fun fact, Mother's Day in England is a different
Do you love your mother?
March 10th.
Would you like to show her how much you love her?
Yeah.
You could buy her lots of flowers and gifts.
Down the escalator. We could take a canoe.
Just take a run and jump.
But then they were saying that they don't love their mother and that he was raised by dolphins. And then
haven't you seen the Aussie Palace?
we got yelled at in the mall for filming.
Oh, can we film
so
in
we
here?
came over to a museum. I hope so. We'll find out soon enough, right?
Yeah.
You look fancy. It is freezing out here today.
Yeah, is my nose cold?
I
mean, is it red?
Yes. Somebody's ceiling that was from the Bureau Manor House from 1909. It's pretty neat.
Well, no, 16th century, so kind of 1909.
That doesn't seem like the 16th century. Oh, it was presented in 1909. Wow. Jeez. Did you know that the poison dart or poison arrow frog is only venomous because of the ants that it eats?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like in captivity, poison dart frogs or poison arrow frogs are not poisonous.
I didn't know that.
I don't know why it says it right there, because there are no frogs around here at all.
You guys don't have frogs?
But yay. They have this bird though. Did you know? I'm like that kid from Jerry Maguire. This is hair, compact hair. Every tusk and ivory, or like a rhinoceros horn, or an elephant tusk, or walrus tusk, are hair. That is.
Tusk is a modified canine tooth.
Do what?
Yes, this is a modified canine tooth.
Oh.
But
Maybe I'm wrong.
Coming that way,
Yeah, oh.
like rhinos, yeah, because that's like upward, isn't it?
Well, what the heck? I'm a terrible person. I didn't realize how large ravens were. They're huge. Chimpanzee looks like a little human.
Oh yeah, he looks like a baby.
That little chimp's Henry, isn't it? That little monkey's Henry.
Our little boy is not a monkey. Look at that.
Yes, he is.
Look at that.
I thought you
horrible
called him a
skeleton.
monkey.
You called our little precious baby a little monkey.
Skulls, dolphins,
Do you have honey spot?
Lego guy, skulls. That's not a real bug. That's a lie. That is a big bird. Look at the size of that thing. I think it's a honey badger. A honey badger don't care. That's why it's biting its tail. I've never even heard of a sea mouse before. Look at this spider crab though. He's big. I feel like you're playing the Violent Femmes. I wish I had such style. Like opium pipes.
Oh my gosh.
And all these instruments. I like this little dragon marionette looking thing.
I think it's like a cat.
They have like binding shoes and then they show you what happens up here. It's really gross, so I'm not going to zoom in on it. Wow. These bones are people bones. It's pretty interesting that we're like in a big city and some of these things were found around here. The cat water gun. Oh, it's actually, and it's in water still. Crazy looking. I do like this display of pottery, although it is hard to follow, but it does show you where each piece of pottery was found, kind of like exploded out. I don't even understand why you would need such a fancy trowel. This is a Bush radio that's made in Plymouth, and then you guys have that radio in your house that's Bush radio. It's made in Plymouth. Fancy. It looks so steampunk. Like literally, it's a steamship. This is a kinky museum. You having a pasty?
Oh, it made me cry. It's so hot.
Yeah. That's what I hear that every night. Oh yeah, it looks good.
It's kind of spicy.
We're finally somewhere that we can film. We're not in the mall. They yelled at me in the mall. They said, "You're not allowed to film here." And I said, "Fine." We tried to come up with all kinds of sneaky ways to film, but none of them were successful. We're on our way to a ghost tour. And everybody's looking at, I guess, the bus time sheet
Bargain hunting?
things. And the bus is coming right now. Nice. It's our first foray on the city bus. Yay.
Don't touch anything.
Oh, we already touched everything.
Licked it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
No, you make it down with like scabies or something.
Rickets.
Rickets.
The Elizabethan The oldest house in Plymouth. Look at how crookedy it is. I like that. Did they build the door crooked or is it sunk?
I'm going to take you to various locations, places around the Barbican, other areas of Plymouth. I will be finishing on Plymouth home. The walk lasts about an hour and a half. Okay. Also, what I will tell you is that everything I tell you tonight is genuine. I've researched a lot of the history. I've also written a book about the subject, which is called Haunted Plymouth. And what I will say is, I really enjoy the history of Plymouth and the paranormal. And the good thing is, I've combined the two together. So I'll tell you about the history of where we're going to be, and then I'll tell you about the paranormal activity that's been witnessed in the past and is still happening even today. This is our first port of call this evening, and where we are now is called New Street, which is quite ironic, as it hasn't been a New Street since the Elizabethan time. So bearing that in mind, it's not that hard to imagine the likes of Cook, Raleigh and Drake would have walked down this very cobbled street. Now the reason why I've stopped here this evening and now is because of this building behind me, the Elizabethan house. It is a restored captain's dwelling, dates back to around about 1584. First of all, I'm going to draw your attention to the window by the side on the right hand side. Something has been witnessed in that very window on several occasions. There was a gentleman from Plymouth University, a lecturer, was holding a lecture here on that very evening for a number of students. All of a sudden he heard a very loud knocking sound coming from within inside the building itself. He ascended the old spiral wooden staircase. Oh my God. With the phantom dog, as you can see in Main Street.
Oh. Hey Pops.
He actually found the source of this very loud knocking sound. And before him was an old wooden child's cradle, and it was swaying from left to right, as if it was being invisibly pushed by a hand. There was no sign of anyone in the building, no sign of any cats. People have sworn, just walking around during the daytime, they saw for a split second the outline figure of an infant child within the crib itself. It is a young girl, no older than 10 years old. She's been seen staring at this very window. And on the last ghost walk I'd done, I had a group standing where you are, and before I even explained as I am now, the gentleman said, "Who's the girl in the window?" This one here, number 34 New Street, Chris Robinson's Cards and Prints. I also heard a loud crash and a bang, and the sound of someone running down the staircase from the upper levels. Turns out that Sam was chased down the staircase where he met his demise in the cellar area.
We have to look in one specific spot in the window to say where our eyes are drawn to.
I said it's where you get drawn to, whether it's the left, the middle or the right, and I wouldn't say nothing else.
Oh, run into you.
Someone's going to jump out.
Nope, nope.
I messed up, I looked everywhere.
So the majority to the right hand of the room. Okay, I'll explain to you that in a minute. Sat there quietly talking to her son, sipping her drink, eating a cake. Then all of a sudden she felt quite unnerved. And she looked up and she saw a woman staring at her. And she just looked at the woman, smiled, looked away, took another sip of her drink, carried on talking to her son, and she still had that sort of nervous feeling, like someone staring. And she looked up again, and this woman was still gazing towards Diane and her son. But it was at this point the woman actually spoke, and these are her exact words. She said, "This is my house, and I am gentry." So Diane said, "Oh, very nice," smiled, didn't think nothing of it, looked out the window, and then looked back a third time. On the third time she looked back, there was no woman. She completely vanished. This lane's called Blackfriars Lane, and this building behind me is known as Blackfriars Distillery, or the home of Plymouth Gin. Now, they've been making gin here since about 1793. Have any of the ladies been to the restrooms here? No? We might get the chance in a minute if we can go inside. What I'm about to tell you now is it's more about the feelings in this area. And every time I mention it on the walk, I say, "Has anyone been here?" One woman actually screamed. I couldn't believe it. I thought, "Why'd you scream?" And she said she didn't like them. I said, "Tell me why." Sum the room up in one word. And she said oppressive. And that was the one word I was looking for. Because what I noticed when we went on the actual investigation, and I did spend a bit of time in the ladies' restrooms, I hate to admit it. I don't normally. But what I will say is there's a few things I noticed. It's a lot bigger than the gents, had a nice mirror, but also general feeling that it did feel very oppressive. And I can sort of understand now why. It turns out there was a major event that took place in there. A woman was brutally attacked and killed. We're going back many hundreds of years. But it seems to have left an impression in the fabric of the building itself.
I'm gonna go. I thought you said you didn't want to go in here, Jen. Which way is the baby change? Is it oppressive? Take this in there.
Take it in there?
Yeah, why not?
I didn't think I'd ever been
Do you guys feel anything? Huh? Oh, I was thinking, he's going there. There's gonna be like a ghost. No, seriously though, do you guys feel anything? Can I film you?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone? Anyone? Anyone?
I feel like crying.
Do you?
Yeah.
Really?
It does feel very strange in here.
Do you think if he hadn't told you the story, you would feel that way?
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it's because he told me the story about the brutal attack and I'm feeling sad.
It feels heavy, right? Like your
Yeah,
shoulders
it does
are heavy,
feel
kind of?
heavy.
Yeah?
It does feel very heavy.
I feel like now whenever I go upstairs for dinner, I'll never want to come in anyway.
We'll just wee in the street.
It does feel really sad. I do feel really sad. Yeah, I really do feel really sad.
You don't feel anything?
No, I don't.
I do. I feel really sad.
You look like you're gonna cry.
Yeah, I do feel really sad.
You had too much
It
wine.
feels very heavy and very. I do feel very sad in here.
Oh, we have to tell him now.
It's supposed to be haunted, that lane, by a tramp. And some people believe the tramp was Diogenes, sorry, that was connected with Lenkovich, because that building there on your right was Lenkovich's studio. And he had a friend called Diogenes who was a tramp. And apparently when he did pay him a lot. And I know when he died, the tramp died, he handed his body over to, obviously,
Yes, wait,
Lenkovich.
yeah, he did.
That's right,
Yeah,
because
we had a
Lenkovich
tour
was
in
very
there.
much into like the occult and embalming. And it turns out he did embalm him, and there's a big mystery, where did he put the body?
Where we're going to eat is where Jen picked the little tiny British looking alleyway. So she feels kind of funny that she picked that because that had the most haunted things down it. We're gonna go eat there now. In the gin distillery. I was supposed to show you Jen's food or my food. It's disappeared magically. She had medallions, filet mignon, and I had a chicken BLT without the B. And a few Guinness. What did I get again?
Pistachios on it.
Yeah, but no, what is
Treacle
this?
tart.
Treacle tart.
Treacle tart.
Treacle tart with
Looks like pumpkin pie.
cream. What kind of cream is this?
Clotted.
Oh, clotted
Clotted cream. And they convinced me somehow that I don't like toffee, which I don't like toffee. But this is what?
Sticky toffee pudding.
Sticky toffee pudding, which in my mind did not look like that. This is just cornbread and butter. And that is like a brownie with ice cream. Man. Alright, we're gonna try this. I already did try it, but it's alright. One of these days, we will learn not to stay out as late as we do when we have to wake up as early as we're going to.
We're on vacation.
I'll see you guys tomorrow. I know it's time to pay the price.